Okay, we're connected. Hello, welcome to another edition of Leaders Being Heard, dedicated to business analysis with Christina. Hi, Christina.
Hello.
Who's an experienced business analyst, and myself, Andra. Hi, everybody. And I'm a leadership coach. Our host, Marius, could not join us today, so I'm taking over the role. This series is dedicated to the business analysis area. And today we are going to focus on the business analyst, the human, the person. And the question is, are the BA needs heard? How do the BA makes the needs heard? So Christina, I'm going to ask you the question and then add something if I have. So what do you think?
So it's important to focus on ourselves as humans, right? And usually we see fastest with what are our needs. And I would start this conversation of needs from what would be the perspectives. What are the perspectives that we need to hear the business analysts needs? And I guess there are multiple slices, multiple perspectives. The BA is an employee, he's part of an organization. The BA is a role in a project with dedicated responsibilities and the flow of events where they need to work in a certain environment. Also inside the project, the BA is a person who might be exposed to external people outside of the project, and it can cause other specific needs that other people from the project may not need to face. And also another slice that I see important, the BA is part of a team. So even if we have different roles in the same project, but I am still a person out of 10, which we are equal in the team, and are my needs as a team member heard? And from these perspectives, I think we may come up with various flavors of needs, and how do we make them heard by the others? How actually we want them to be fulfilled, right? Like in a project, we do a project because we have a need. Okay, if me as a person, I have a need, what do I do with it? How do I fulfill it? And it's interesting because from my experience, I react different to my needs, or I treat my needs differently depending on the context. And also what I noticed, my colleagues, they react different to their needs. I mean, even if I have the same need as my colleague, we react differently. And yeah, it's normal because we are different, but still, are we effective in making our needs heard? That's something that it's really interesting for me. Yeah.
Okay. So what I got is that there are different flavors. You as a business analyst have different needs with different stakeholders. And then you pointed out is like, how do I as a business, as a BA, make my needs heard? And we are different here. Not because we started with the question, are the needs heard? So it starts with you as a BA. How do I make them heard?
Yeah, because I think it's first about me to state my needs. Of course, maybe some people responsibility is to take care of the people around them. Okay, managers, leaders, yeah. But who is closer to me, myself or the other person to hear my needs, you know? So I think it's more in our responsibility to make ourselves heard, as well as the expectation, the leaders, the project managers, my discipline manager to hear my needs and to act upon them. But definitely, I need to make myself heard, and the other person needs to listen. And I think here we can expand on the question that we started. How do we make our needs heard, right? Okay, so I would start first with let's state our needs as a request, right? Let's make ourselves heard first, because it's difficult for another person to hear what I need when I don't state my need, when I don't say what I need, right? So if we think that we are working at the desk, I did my job, I went to the interviews, I wrote my specifications, I did everything, and I'm frustrated about something, and I will not say about it that I need something specific, and I think that my colleague or my manager would know how to fulfill my needs without me saying them, it's not going to work, to say it elegantly.
Something I want to add here, it just came into my mind, is that sometimes you are not even aware of your needs. So this is the first step, is actually what are your needs?
Yeah, thank you.
And it's great what you said, because the frustration, it's the trigger, and it shows you that you have a need that it's not being satisfied. So, okay, I'm frustrated. Why? A bit of self-reflection is why? What is my need that is not being satisfied? So first is identify the need. And then the frustration might come because you already expect the other to guess your need that you're not even aware of. And then you know what to ask for.
Yeah, super. Thank you for pointing this out. Yeah, actually, so in my mind was this need, I mean, say it, but I guess you go a step even more backwards and say, am I aware of my need? Am I aware that I'm not saying my need?
Yeah, I'm just complaining, or I actually know what I need and I have asked for it and somebody said no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But to what you said, so I am frustrated, I act, I show my frustration, I complain, but actually I don't state what I need.
Yeah, you just go and complain. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
And it's this also comes from the other side, and it depends on the skills. Somebody can ask, okay, I got it. I got that. That doesn't work for you. What do you need? What do you want from me? Why are you telling me this? Yeah. But you can do as a BA the step before. Okay, I want to go and to talk about my frustration and actually think about it. Okay, why is my intention? Why do I go and say about my frustration, and what do I want to ask for at the end?
Super clear. I learned a lot from these lives. It's super useful for us. By the way, we are not preparing these discussions up front. We learn together. Okay.
Exactly.
Good.
So first step, find out, identify your need and the frustration or the feeling that you have that you don't enjoy it. It will show you that you have a need that is not being satisfied. And then you said, state the need as a request. Okay.
Yeah, ask for something, ask for it. And then be in conversation with the person from where you ask for it, ask for a deadline, ask for when can you follow up. And I guess it's important, if you set up a deadline, follow up on that deadline. I mean, don't expect that the person will take it as their task to make you happy. it's
Yeah.
still on me as a BA, if I ask for something, to come back and say, okay, you know, we talked about that.
Yeah.
You
It's your
promised. Yeah, I should follow my interest. I think
Mhm.
this is very important. It happens to me that sometimes I think if I told my manager that I needed something and he knows, I don't come back and remind because maybe, you know,
The
you're
manager
busy.
should have seen that it's important to me, so they should come back to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, but I guess reminding it's good for both parties. I mean, managers are humans too. They have.
And you can also say that it's important for me, like it's really
Mhm.
important this to be resolved, so you let the other person know
Yeah.
the
It's important.
importance. Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. And another way that I was thinking about this is if I can't do it from a first attempt, okay, it doesn't work. My colleague tried to satisfy my need, to answer to my need, but it doesn't work. Okay, what do I do? And I think my invitation is to be creative. Okay, it didn't work when I asked in this way. Let me try in another way. I mean, maybe another colleague can help. Maybe if I put it in another perspective, maybe if I put my request in a win-win situation other than I need this and it's only about me. Maybe if I say, okay, look, I need this, but if we do like that, you gain that. And it's easier for the other person to contribute faster. So I guess it's us insisting
Yeah.
in a creative, positive way to still do it. If we don't succeed once, maybe we can do it twice, the second time, sorry.
And there is another perspective to look at, like you insist and also listen to the other person when they say back to you why that is not possible. Or like if you push against the wall and they give you the reason and you don't listen, that doesn't work either. So don't be so attached of, oh, I need this to happen otherwise. Yeah. It's listen back to the answer. And something that you said, it's like be responsible. And if they did not get it as you wanted to say it, that it lands, okay, let me say it differently now. And you can also ask, tell me, like, what did you get out of that? So you are clear that they got exactly what you need.
So reflect, I mean, sorry, no, it's not reflection, is making sure that the other person really understands exactly what you
sometimes
asked for.
it might sound stupid to say to somebody, repeat what I said, like you're listening, but it's actually just say it with your words. This is something that I use in coaching. When I say something, just tell me, what did you get? I want to make sure that it landed. Or I say something and you get something else, which is also fine. But when you have a need, it's important that the other person gets it exactly as you want it to be gotten.
Yeah, I think this is super powerful to make sure that your need is understood exactly as you wanted it to land. Yeah. And also you pointed out hitting the wall. I mean, okay, when I ask for something and I get a no, and it's a no, then what do I do with this? I mean, okay, I might get to an unfulfilled need or request. And I guess this is part of also accepting that it is a no. Followed up, of course, by reasoning. I mean, there are logical arguments or whatever arguments stating, okay, I can't do that. I may receive an answer like, no, this is not possible because the following ideas, and then maybe I have to accept it. What do I do if I don't accept it? That's interesting.
You want me to answer?
If you can.
So there are, when they say, the other person says no, and they give you the reasons, or you can ask for them. There are two options. You might not agree with the reasons. It's because you're not in the other person's shoes. Yeah. You know that you want this, as I said, you're attached of it, and all the reasons you might not see them valid. Yeah. Or they might be valued, but you still want that. Yeah. And then you said, if you don't accept the no, what it means, it might be that you are taking it personally, and you might have thoughts like, my needs are not important, I'm not important, yes, or the manager does not care, or they don't care, when in fact it's not that. It's sometimes is a no, sometimes is a yes. Not all your needs will get a yes, not all your needs will get a no. Yeah, don't make stories about it. But it's, if the frustration is there, just talk about it, because otherwise you disconnect from the other person. Like if you just say, yeah, okay, but you don't agree, you disconnect from the other person, and you might build on resentment. Yeah. What are you getting? Now I'm asking you, what are you getting out of what I said?
I'm getting that either I understand the no, because there is a reason. I understand the other person's perspective, which I might not have known before I asked, right? And then if I look at it, or maybe look at it from a bigger picture, I understand why. I mean, okay, and me as an individual, I'm something, I'm an environment, but in a larger picture, I'm just a piece in the puzzle. Okay. And yeah, this thing with the not taking it personally, it doesn't mean that the other person doesn't like me, or they don't, they want to favor somebody else, or blah, 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 or I don't know. It's just, it is a no, this is not physically possible. And what I'm thinking, okay, I can get the no, I can understand it, but then it's how I internalize the no. I mean, I take it, I understand it, that I move forward, or this is still not okay for me, but then it means that I have to search. I guess it goes in another direction.
I had the same thought, like it's if somebody says no, you doesn't necessarily means that you are stopped in that moment. Yeah, you can try, like maybe somebody else can help me with this. But the idea is, and the idea not, but is being communication with the person that told you the no, and to say, maybe somebody else can help me with this. It depends on the situation. Or I was thinking to talk with that person. What do you think? Like, ask permission when somebody gives you a no for you to go further. If they say, no, that is not appropriate or whatever, yeah, have that conversation, but don't like just step, they said, no, I'm going to somebody else. Yeah. That is a reaction, and you can still talk with that person that, okay, I get you cannot help me, maybe somebody else can help me. May I try? Yeah, that is one. Or sometimes it's a no, and they say, no, that's it. It cannot be done. And then your question was, how do I internalize? Well, it's about emotions. As I said, it depends. Watch out for the thoughts that you have, which are not empowering, by the way. Yeah, if you don't, so we tend to resist when things do not go our way. If we are a child and we have a tantrum, or we are a grown up, we still have a tantrum, but we don't show it. So it's the same. So watch for your thoughts, and I can give a short tool. Yeah, just notice the thoughts that you have, which are not empowering, and go back to how you are feeling. How do I feel? Yeah, and allow to feel frustrated because you did not get what you want. Yeah, okay, it's frustrating. I saw that as really being needed and it's not happening. So I'm frustrated, and it's okay. Like, deal with the emotion. Don't engage in the train of thoughts that might not lead somewhere. just stay with the emotion. Okay, I feel frustrated. What can I do to be with the frustration? We tend to take actions to compensate for how we feel. If I'm frustrated, I want to get rid of it. I'm not enjoying it, which is not an enjoyable emotion.
Yeah.
So then you take actions and maybe you talk to others or you complain to try to fix the emotion, but it's just allowed to be frustrated. Might take a minute, it might take a day, it might take a week. It depends. Yeah.
Depends. Yeah. So, and following up what you're saying, accepting the emotions, that's one thing. And then seeing, okay, what else is possible for me? I mean, can I create something else positive for myself out of it? Yeah. I mean, creativity or going outside of the box and see, I mean, including accepting the no, but okay, now what? It's a no. Now
Yes.
what?
It's great what you are saying, because first is like you get back to zero by accepting and dealing with the emotion, and then creativity and inspiration pops up, and maybe you have a different request. Maybe your need that was big, you can ask for something smaller. But first you need to accept it and to process it, and then to say, okay, what else is possible, as you said. Great.
Super. Yeah. How other what other options would we have to make ourselves heard? I was also thinking that maybe generic needs, like does everybody understand what a business analyst does? Is my role understood? And if, for example, I have this feeling that my role is not understood, what do I do with that? Maybe I need to make a presentation. Maybe I need to take somebody to a coffee and explain. Maybe I need to, I don't know, create a workshop. Maybe I need to raise this with my manager and organize something that is bigger. Like it's a bigger effort. It's not only me and my manager to solve this, and it's something bigger. But it is possible that it's greater than what can be done, like in a conversation or in a peer-to-peer relationship, and we need to involve more people. But I guess again, we come down to understanding the need, phrasing it, like how do I state my problem, and then trying to find a solution with one person, and if it doesn't work, maybe with another. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm on the side that I think this is happening and it's not happening. I mean, maybe I'm making up stories.
It's so an idea that came out of what you said is you can check with other BAs if they have the same need when it's a BA need. And then you can team up, as you said, sometimes it's a presentation. You need to impact bigger groups or bigger departments, team up with the other BAs in the company, and then look together as a team what you can do about it. Maybe there is a process to be changed. But as you said, like, well, what is with my need? Maybe I'm the only one who needs it. So when you see it's at the BA level, check with others. What do they think about that need? Would be useful, are we doing something together about it?
Yeah.
What's your opinion?
Yeah, I think this is very powerful. First of all, to make sure that it's not only me having that need, and then seek the power of the group in the positive sense, like what can we do? How can we help each other to get that? Get other ideas. I mean, other persons may have other ideas that, oh, I haven't thought about that. You know, it's the power of the group then, which is definitely bigger than me as an individual.
Yeah, and you can contribute to others when they say, oh, I did not thought of that, but I will love to have that. So you can contribute to others.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else you want to add? or we can sum it up?
No, I think we can sum it up because we went through a lot of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try to summarize. So
Mhm.
first of all, make sure I understand what's bothering and state it. Make a request. I mean, be able to state my need. Then if it's a negative answer, try to understand it. See what you can do with it. Either you need to accept it, or you decide to accept it. It's not a need to accept. You decide to accept it, or you want to search for there are other options to address your need. Let's see. To check with the others if they have the same need, and maybe we want to search for a group opinion, or also create presentations or processes that help putting the BA role into the path that we want it to be, in case we have this need. And I'm not sure if I missed anything.
It's also to follow up, and I just got present to don't expect it to have an answer like that, or you might have an expectation that it's solved like that, and just follow up and have patience. It's your need, so you deal with it, and
it's
keep following up. My responsibility, yes,
to follow up.
And another thing that I just saw when you said acceptance is watch out not to be resigned when you say, yeah, I accept it. Might be resigned because of the thoughts that I just mentioned. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you, Christina. Thank you to myself. Yeah.
Thank you, Andra.
Another great live. And everybody just comment about the topics and about your opinion, or if this was helpful. We would love the feedback. So thank you, and see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Looking forward to your thoughts.